Live from Television Park in high definition. Coverage you can count on. This is WJBF News Channel 6. Good morning, Augusta.
Welcome to Good Morning Augusta. I'm Dion Guillory. Your weather forecast in just a moment, but we start with some breaking news this morning. Just minutes ago, the Islamic State claimed responsibility for those deadly Paris attacks. This coming after French President Francois Hollande spoke to the nation this morning about this. We go now to Elizabeth Herr live in New York with more information on this breaking news. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning to you. ISIS has now claimed responsibility, and according to the French president, ISIS coordinated the attacks from the outside with accomplices in France. New this morning, the French president says ISIS is behind the attacks that rocked Paris at 6 different locations. The worst carnage at this concert hall where an American rock band, Eagles of Death Metal, was performing when the gunman stormed in, coming face to face with concert goers.
There were nothing in the eyes, just anger. He was determined to kill, and he knew how to do it.
I saw a couple of people wounded. I saw this other guy with his white shirt basically drenched in blood.
Many held captive, later filing out, hands on their heads, telling French TV they heard the attackers screaming Allahu Akbar and Syria. A crowded restaurant also came under fire.
Everyone was stunned and frozen on the floor.
And explosions outside a packed stadium left thousands of spectators, including the French president, stunned. Amid the chaos and confusion, there was also a show of patriotism, fans evacuating, singing the national anthem. Here at home, President Obama says France is not alone.
This is an attack on all of humanity and the universal values that we share.
Again, French officials say they are now searching for accomplices. We are told 8 attackers were killed yesterday, 7 of them by detonating suicide belts. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
And more breaking news on that this morning. Just minutes ago, a Syrian passport was found on one of the people believed to be one of the bombers in this. Also, British Prime Minister David Cameron is considering an increase in security level because intelligence officials there believe an attack there is highly likely. Now, our coverage of the Paris terror attacks continues. In the next half hour of GMA, hear about the South Carolina man who was in Paris at the time of the bombings. Now I want to turn over to meteorologist Kevin Nywood to talk to about the first frost of the season. Kevin, what's up with that?
Oh, well, yeah, definitely getting cold here in the CSRA. It was only a matter of time. We're in November now. Frost advisories up for most of the CSRA. Those will go into effect at 2 a.m. overnight. Also, freeze watch in effect for Lincoln, McCormick, Edgefield, and Saluda counties. That'll begin at 2 a.m. tonight, and that'll last through 9 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. A beautiful start to our day here in the CSRA. Jiffy Lube Skyview Network camera live in downtown Augusta, where the sun has just peaked above the horizon. It is a beautiful morning, albeit chilly. 35 degrees at Augusta's Bush Field, 36 degrees if you're waking up in Aiken this morning. But compare that to 41 degrees at Augusta's Daniel Field, and that's always warmer than Bushfield. But otherwise, 39 Martinez, North Augusta, 38 Edgefield, 36 at the lake right now. Same in Saluda, 37 Edgefield, even 35 degrees in McCormick. We'll have a steady warm-up, though, with plenty of sunshine throughout the morning. We're in the low 50s by 10 a.m. We're in the upper 50s here by noon. And then into the afternoon we go, where unfortunately, we're not going to hit 70 degrees. That's actually going to be 63 degrees. I know. See, I am really going above and beyond here to tease you for the warmer weather that's coming on later this week, Dion. But, of course, the big story is going to be widespread frost tonight. So if you got the plants that are sensitive, remember, you got to probably bring them indoors overnight tonight.
Start with this routine because it is November.
Yep. Get ready for it. It's coming.
All right, Kevin. Loud booms are expected in Augusta today, but don't be alarmed. Explosives training happening on Fort Gordon. There will be live fire training on the western parts of the post. The exercise begins in just a few minutes at 7:30 and ends tonight at 6. So if you do hear loud booms near that area, this is most likely the reason behind that. An Augusta child's family needs your help after she was killed in a car crash. 4-year-old Destiny Dorsey, you may remember, she died last Saturday. Now her family is hosting a fundraiser for funeral expenses. It starts at 11 this morning at Sam's Fish Market on Deansbridge Road and Lyman Street. That's right across the street from Hillcrest Baptist Church. Both drivers involved in that crash now face vehicular homicide charges. Happening today, Augusta's 19th annual Regatta race. More than 1,700 rowers are set to compete today, but it was almost a no-go. You know why? Because of all that rain we had a few days ago. Those showers increased the water level at the Savannah River. Now the Corps of Engineers lowered the river water to prepare for one of the nation's top rowing events.
So we have a level that we like here, and they have a level they have to maintain for flood control, and we're just trying to get a good balance between the two here.
The Corps of Engineers says after the races, they will again increase the level of the river. The one-day event is expected to bring in more than $1 million. Augusta city leaders plan to comb through the proposed 2016 budget next week. The $153 million spending plan calls for new programs and workers, but is balanced without the need of a property tax increase or the use of reserved funds. It also includes $500,000 that is not designated for any use. The city administrator says there were a lot of budget requests that were not filled. She's letting commissioners decide where they would like that $500,000 to go.
No, that really is their choice. You know, because of all those other requests we've got, all of the independent agencies, for instance, their sum total request is almost $1.3 million. I felt like it was the commission's job really to make decisions about those nonprofit agencies.
Commissioners will look over the budget on Monday. Time now 7:07. Plan to get your money's worth at a new Augusta theater. Riverwatch Cinemas still under construction, but is set to open next month. The 14-screen theater will have a full-service bar and restaurant. Moviegoers will be able to bring that food and drink right into the theater. And Riverwatch Cinemas is looking for employees before their opening. The hiring fair continues today at Masters 7 Cinemas. That's on Washington Road from 9 until 2. The theater is set to open right before the new Star Wars film hits screens on December 18th. Where Kinder Morgan doesn't want to take no for an answer when it comes to the Palmetto Pipeline. The company was in court Friday in Fulton County arguing against the state of Georgia's denial of a certificate of need. Kinder Morgan says the Georgia DOT commissioner had no right to deny it back in May. That ruling eliminated the possibility that Kinder Morgan could use eminent domain to build the pipeline. Savannah Riverkeeper Tanya Bonatadabas says Kinder Morgan has been using commercials and donations to get people on board. A Latin American medical clinic is expanding to a new location to better serve the people. The group ALAS plans to build a center de Medico 2 blocks away from University Hospital. The group believes anyone who does not have health insurance or is less fortunate is welcome to receive health, financial, and law services at this new location.
It is important to help these people because we all benefit. If people who are underserved get better services, that in itself improves the quality of a community, and when a community has good quality, we all benefit.
The president also says construction on the new location will begin sometime early next year. Time now 7:09. Want to look ahead to some events happening today. Free mammograms are available in North Augusta today. It starts at 9:30 and lasts until 7 at the Mobile Mammogram Center. That'll be parked at the Belk on Knox Avenue. The truck will offer testing for women 40 and older who have not had a mammogram in the last 12 months. Anyone interested must have a primary care doctor. Mammograms are the best way to detect breast cancer in its early stages. You can talk to the Augusta mayor about your concerns during his office hours next week. Mayor Hardy Davis and other government leaders will be available at the Zaxby's on Harper Franklin Avenue near Fort Gordon. This is all happening on Monday. You can share your ideas and questions for them all. It's happening from 5 until 6 o'clock.